Hello music lovers, my name is Urban. Today I have a pretty special video for you. I'm going to be showing you guys my studio setup, giving some recommendations, that way you can get on your way to building your own home studio. Alright, let's do it. First piece of equipment I want to talk to you guys about is the computer. I personally have the MacBook Pro 13-inch. I don't have the specs on it because it is a fairly old computer, but I'll put a link in the description below, show you guys what I have. You want a computer that's durable and reliable. You don't want something that bogged down or crapped out just because there's too much stuff on it. So I definitely recommend the Macs. I've never had any problems with mine. Sure, it does get a little slow because over the years I've put a lot of files on it, but overall I've been very happy with it, and I will never go back. Once you go Mac, you never go back. I just thought of that. Somebody else has probably said that before, but you know, I just woke up, so pretty hyped with myself. So after the computer, the most important part of a home studio is your digital audio workstation, or your DAW, or your DAW, whatever you want to call it. I personally use Logic Pro X. There are thousands, okay, probably not thousands of digital audio workstations. There's at least tens, you know. So, you know, you've heard of Pro Tools probably, Logic, Ableton, Reason, Fruity Loops, all different brands of these digital audio workstations. They all do roughly the same thing, but it's important that you get one that you know the best, one that you're comfortable on, and one that you want to practice on a lot, because one thing that's very important is being able to move around your DAW very easily without using your mouse a whole lot. You know, that does sound a little scary, but knowing those shortcut keys make things a lot easier, makes your workflow faster, and it impresses people when you have them in your studio, you know. You want to be ready to go at any moment. The next piece of equipment you will need is something called an audio interface. An audio interface is what you plug your microphone XLR cables into, and I'll show you a picture of mine right now. I have the Complete Audio 6 by Native Instruments. I'm very pleased with this. It's durable, it sounds great, and it looks cool. The reason I like the way it looks is because it has that master volume control knob on the top. That's kind of just like a cool perk that I very much enjoyed. The front of the interface has two inputs with the gain control knobs. It also has a headphone jack with a volume control knob for that. And on the back side you have your outputs that go to your speakers, you have your MIDI control, and you have your RCA cable slots. The next pieces of equipment I wanted to talk to you guys about are pretty important. They're the monitor system in your studio. I personally have the Yamaha HS8s. I'm very pleased with how these speakers sound. I got them probably about a year and a half ago, maybe a little longer than that, maybe 2 years ago. And one thing I did want to recommend to you guys is when you're going to buy speakers, I would not buy them in pairs. Usually when you buy them in pairs, that means the quality is not very good. So yeah, buy them singularly. It's kind of crappy because they are a little bit more expensive, but save up, make that investment, use your resources like some kind of credit card that doesn't charge interest monthly. Sweetwater has a 36 months interest-free financing card. That's what I took advantage of. But definitely get some good speakers in here so you can get some good mixes out. Now I will say that if you do have speakers that you got in pairs, or this goes for any set of speakers really, if you know how the speakers sound and you can make a good mix on them, that's what's important. Don't think you have to buy the most expensive speakers to make your mixes sound good, because that is not true at all. I know J. Cole on his last album did a lot of mixing on just Apple headphones because he knew that's what consumers were going to be listening to them on, which is a very good idea. The next piece of equipment I want to talk to you guys about is not very necessary, but it makes you feel really cool while you're using it, and that is the second monitor. Mine's made by Westinghouse. I would definitely recommend getting a second monitor because you can view your tracking window up top and you can view your levels at the bottom. I got my monitor because my grandfather was throwing it away and I was like, can I have that? And yeah, so I got it, and it just so happened that it fit perfectly in between my two speakers. I did not mean to do that. So yeah, the dual monitor, definitely recommend that. It's what I use and I love it. So getting down to the smaller equipment, but just as important, are your microphones. Now these are the two that I have. see if I can get that in focus a little bit for you. This is the Audio-Technica 4033. I primarily use this on vocals. Sounds really well. It's a condenser microphone. So if you do get a condenser microphone, make sure that your interface has phantom power on it, because that is the way a condenser microphone is powered, through 48 volts of electricity. Next microphone I have is the industry standard SM57, very simple mic. This is the industry standard because they've been around for a long time. You can put them on just about anything and it'll sound good, such as vocals, acoustic guitar, guitar amp, snare drum, almost anything. You can put one of these on and it's going to sound good. So besides the speakers that you'll be listening on, you also probably want to get some headphones. I personally have the Audio-Technica M40X headphones. I really like them. They are pro audio headphones. They sound really well. They are much cheaper than some of these other consumer level lines, such as the Beats by Dre. These also sound better in my opinion. But yeah, so these were like $100 compared to like the $300 studio headphones. But yeah, they fit really well. I'm very pleased with how they feel, how they look. They look very sleek, very modern. I like the Audio-Technica symbol. It's pretty cool. So yeah, get you some nice headphones. Getting down to the smaller equipment, though, just as important in my opinion are your XLR cables. I have XLR cables of varying length, just because you don't know the distance you're gonna have to record sometimes. Record in different weird spots. But these are a must in the recording studio. You may think, okay, I got my microphone, I got my interface, I got my digital audio workstation, let's go record. If you do not have any cables, you are doing zero recording, my friend. So yeah, get you some cables. Sometimes you can find deals with them with the microphone purchases. With the SM57, I actually got an extra cable and a mic stand for $10 extra, which was a really good deal. They don't always do that, but just happened to work the system well that day. So yeah, get you some XLR cables and get ones that are high quality, because these do tend to break sometimes. The next type of cable I want to talk to you guys about are the 1/4" jack cable. This is what it looks like. I don't know if you can see that, but it's a guitar cable, but that's not what I'm going to be talking to you about today. The 1/4" jack cable goes into your speakers in the back, which then routes to your interface. That is how the sound signal is going to go from your computer to your speaker. When you get these type of cables, as you can see, pretty sure you can see, this only has one black band on it. You're going to want to get the balanced cable. Since these only have one black band, this is not a balanced cable, so the signal is only going to be in mono. If you get a cable with 2 black bands, that means that your sound signal will now be in stereo. You get a left and right field of sound, if that makes sense. Yeah. So yeah, balanced cable, get those. Guitar cable, 1/4" jack, all the same thing. All the same thing, I should say. The next very important piece of equipment, in my opinion, is a mouse. Now, I know I said you should use shortcut keys a lot and not use your mouse a whole lot. Having a nice mouse does make your life a little easier. It's not necessary, but I have one. It's what I use. I have the Death Adder by Razer. It's actually a gaming mouse, but I'm very pleased with it. Works really well. The next piece of equipment I want to talk to you guys about is the USB hub. Now, I'll show you guys a picture of what I'm talking about right here. So my USB hub is made by a company named Shark. I think I got it on Amazon for like $10. Definitely recommend doing that, because USB hub allows you to plug multiple USBs into your computer at once. And that's the thing with a lot of audio equipment, is it's all USB powered. Some of it does run through like Firewire and Thunderbolt and things like that, but a lot of what I have, actually every piece of equipment I have, is all powered by a USB cable. So I needed a lot of those. So get you a USB hub and your life will be so much easier. Alrighty, the next pieces of equipment are not so much the home studio recording side, but the home studio composition side. These are the things that let you get your creativity flowing, being the artist yourself, and that is what I love to do. I'm actually a hip hop producer, and I have a couple things that I use every time I'm in a session, so I'll show you guys what I'm talking about right now. The first piece of equipment I wanted to talk to you guys about is your keyboard. Most producers are going to have some variation of this, and the one I've had for like 4 or 5 years at this point. You don't need a huge keyboard. I have never had a huge keyboard, and I get by just fine. Mine is the Akai MPK Mini. It's the professional laptop keyboard, and that's exactly what it is. As you can see, mine's a little beat up because it's been around the block a few times, but I'm very pleased with this keyboard. It gets the job done. You can program all of these drum pads up here with the volume knobs right here. I really like this keyboard because it's portable. You can take it with you on the go. If you ever have an idea while you're out and about, you can whip this bad boy out and lay it down very quickly in your DAW and make the magic happen on the road, you know. The other piece of production equipment that I use is by Native Instruments. It's called the Machine, and mine specifically is the MK2. This wonderful piece of gear is amazing. Let me just say that. It's kind of hard to describe because this piece of equipment does so many cool things. One aspect of the Machine that I really like is it makes your workflow very fast. When you're laying down a beat or something like that, you lay it down quickly. You're not searching your libraries for a long time. It actually lays all your libraries down right there for you. You can see what you're playing, see what you're picking. You don't have to go through and adjust too much. It puts everything at your fingertips so you can work very quickly and very efficiently. And that is one thing that's very important in this industry. You want to be able to work fast, think on your toes, be able to spew that creativity back out and not have it take too long. So yeah, Machine by Native Instruments. Word. Alright, next piece of equipment I want to talk to you guys about is my record player. And I personally have the Newmark PT-01 USB. And I'll show you guys that right here. So with this record player, I am listening to records sometimes, but that's not my main purpose. I'm low-key using other people's music and putting them in my own, you know. It's fun. I like to sample music a lot. It's kind of what the foundation of hip-hop was made off of, sampling other pieces of like soul records and putting some really grungy drums over top of them and just having your MC flow and make some cool music. So that's what I love to do. Please don't sue me, though I guess you do have the right. But I'm not making money. I'm just kind of doing this for fun. But yeah, the Newmark PT-01 USB. That is what I use. I recommend this record player because all 3 speeds on it that you'll need to play a record, including the size adjustment for the 45 singles. The speeds are 33, 45, and 78. It has a pitch adjuster that you can adjust the pitch up and down, just in case you wanted to hear the song in an octave above or an octave below. It also has a tone adjuster that kind of it's like a single band EQ. You can just adjust the highs and adjust the lows a little bit, nothing too crazy. And it also has a volume knob because there is a built-in speaker into this. It's not very loud. I like to hook mine up through Logic and have it play through my speakers, just so I have a little bit better of a listening experience. Also, what I like about this record player is it's very portable. Actually, it has a handle on the back. It's called like a suitcase record player. It's pretty cool. Being portable is awesome. Alright guys, thank you so much for watching. I hope this video gave you some more knowledge of what you'll need in your own home recording studio. Please like, comment, subscribe for more videos, and I will definitely have more of those coming your way. Thank you.